Reports suggest 10 countries may send troops to Ukraine as part of future security guarantees, with UK and France being the first ones to send its army. French people are not much pleased with it. The sentiment on Paris streets regarding Macron's plans for European military deployment. Skepticism and anger were widespread.
Send troops to Ukraine. No, this is not a war that concerns us. It is a war that concerns only Ukraine and Russia. Let us not forget that Ukraine belonged to Russia for quite some time. Those who know history will agree with me. Sending French troops to Ukraine would be the worst possible mistake. Why? Because we are nothing. Macron is no Napoleon. Far from it, Macron cannot even manage his own country. So if we have to take care of other countries, especially Ukraine, we need people like Putin or Trump in France.
European leaders recently met with Trump and Zelensky. Many Parisians feel France is punching above its weight, bewildered by its military ambitions against Russia.
Russia is 30 times the size of France, so the sanctions, just the financial and military weight compared to France, amounts to billions of dollars in Russia and the United States. In France, they cannot compare. It is all just for show.
Residents expressed cynicism toward Ukraine's leadership, viewing the conflict as political theater driven by unserious leaders.
Yes, we are moving towards peace, but only if Zelensky gives up some territory, and I do not think he will. Let us not forget that Zelensky was a comedian, so he is still playing the comedian president. Politics is not comedy. Politics is serious, so if he gives up some territory, everything will be fine. What are a few territories? The country will rebuild itself, and everyone will be happy. Otherwise, it is likely to continue.
Anger was also directed at Macron, seen as prioritizing photo ops over domestic problems.
What was Macron doing standing next to Trump? Seriously, what was he doing there? We have billions in deficit. Instead of dealing with what is happening in France and these billions in deficit, I just do not understand.
Economic concerns run deep. Taxpayers feel they fund international ventures with little return.
Apart from our taxes, I find it hard to understand how much influence France has in these negotiations. Macron told us that we were in a war economy, but nothing has happened. Apart from our money, our taxes, nothing. I think Europe has already given 100 billion.
Some oppose troop deployment on principles of sovereignty, arguing Ukraine should solve its own issues.
I completely disagree with the possible deployment of French troops, as it is up to the Ukrainians to resolve their own issues. The Americans, and Trump in particular, are exercising powers that do not belong to them in order to dictate who does what and how. It is not his decision to make. It is up to the Ukrainian government.
Even supporters question Macron's ability to deliver, seeing a gap between rhetoric and power.
Macron says things that are not bad. On the contrary, the problem is that Macron has no power and his influence is very limited. A speech is of little use if it cannot be backed up by power and allies. Everyone is pulling in their own direction.
Macron proposes European reassurance forces in Ukraine, but public skepticism remains high.
European countries. This is why we are all united